Samuel Langhorne Clemens started out as a riverboat pilot on the mighty Mississippi, but he became Mark Twain right here in Nevada.
Lake Tahoe, it never gets old, does it? And you know, this area is home, at least in part, to one of the greatest literary geniuses in American history, Mark Twain. Wouldn't it be great if we could talk to him and see what it was like way back when? You're in luck. I know just the guy that can help us.
Today, I'm meeting with McAvoy Layne, a man who's devoted almost 30 years of his life to Mark Twain. And he does more than just study Mark Twain, he becomes him.
Okay, so you are now privileged to be in the home of McAvoy Layne. This is the man that keeps the spirit of Mark Twain alive. McAvoy, thank you for letting us into your
John,
home.
welcome.
Thank you. So, your house is awesome. I mean, it's filled with all this great memorabilia. Where do you get all this stuff?
Most of what you see on the wall here, John, has been given to me by friends that know how much I treasure every little Twain thing.
McAvoy's obsession with Mark Twain, like so many things in Nevada, can be blamed on the weather.
How did this all happen for you?
Fortuitous freak of nature, really. I got trapped like a rat over here in Tahoe in a cabin 5 days alone. But as good fortune would have it, on the coffee table was the complete essays of Mark Twain. And I had cabin fever by the time I picked that up, so my brain was soft, and that seed was planted in fertile ground.
Once the seed was planted, it kept growing year after year. Until now, it can be hard to tell where McAvoy Layne ends and Mark Twain begins.
So, is it difficult to do, or are you very close to who Mark Twain was?
I've been practicing being 72 for 27 years, and to finally get here is so comfortable. I don't have to pretend anymore. It's a wonderful feeling.
McAvoy is one of the world's foremost Mark Twain impressionists, and I can't wait to meet the man who's inspired him.
Is there any chance that I could talk to Mark Twain himself?
You know, I think he would enjoy that. When you see me next, though, I'll be 108 years older, and you'll be the same.
All right, that is a deal. Thank
right,
you
John.
so much. I'm looking forward to it.
With the help of a little hairspray and an outfit change, McAvoy completes the transformation, transporting himself into the past.
Sweet Huckleberry Finn, he lives. Mark Twain.
John,
What an honor, sir. How are you?
outdoor Nevada meets Mark Twain's Nevada.
Oh man, have I got a lot to learn from you. Could you take me around and tell me some stories?
Let's go.
What a treat. Let's go.
Samuel Clemens didn't come to Nevada with the intention of becoming America's most beloved novelist. In fact, one of his first jobs wasn't just in Nevada, it was underneath Nevada.
So what brought you to Nevada? The mining?
I wrote a letter to the Territorial Enterprise about my adventures in the mining fields. I soon enough discovered a silver mine weren't nothing but a hole in the ground, John, with a fool at the bottom and a liar at the top.
How long were you in that industry?
Just long enough to know I was not suited for it. So I picked up the pen.
And you headed where?
I wrote that letter to the Territorial Enterprise that got me out of the mine into the newspaper business.
Let's go see that building.
Let's go see it.
With that, we're just a hop, skip, and a frog jump away from Mark Twain's birthplace.
How is this building special to you?
Well, this is where Mark Twain was born. February 3rd, 1863, the first time the byline showed up at the Territorial Enterprise. Mark Twain.
Now, Sam was not a name that you kept. What happened?
Well, I was casting some aspersion upon the governor and I. My brother was secretary to the governor. So out of deference to my brother, I took a nom de guerre, a cognomen, Mark Twain.
Once he had changed his name, the newly minted Mark Twain took to writing like Huck Finn took to the Mississippi.
Your work here really put you on the map, didn't it?
Yes, in fact, everything that I have written, 18,000 published pages, started really right here, professionally.
This gives me chills, but I know we have so much more to see. Let's go.
Let's keep going, down the boardwalk.
A legendary drinker in his day, it doesn't take much of a walk for Mark Twain to work up a powerful thirst.
Mark, You've taken me to this place. It's beautiful, but what is it?
It's a beautiful groggery, John. This is a thirst parlor. 52 of these we had in my day, and no town drunk.
Well, now, how is that possible?
We took turns. I could see that this was no place for a good Presbyterian, so I didn't remain one very long.
Did you have a favorite drink?
I did. Tarantula juice. Nobody knew all that went into the tarantula juice, but the last thing they did to it, to give it dignity, was to strain it through a cane-bottomed chair. Well, to get the big lumps out. 2 tarantula juices would turn a man's skin to white fish scales. It was so tough a dog could bite him and he wouldn't know it till he read about it in the papers. Brought on premature decrepitude.
Mark, I can't take it. I'm going inside. You coming?
I'm coming.
While the exact recipe for tarantula juice has been lost, the Corner Saloon is still a great place to find a good time.
Mark, this place is fantastic. I can't believe that it's still here. Does it look like it did in your day?
Exactly, even better. And she's prettier than the bartender when I was here last.
Not surprisingly, when the premier satirist of his generation walks into a bar, the talk turns to politics.
Is it fair to say that you have a general distrust of politicians?
I don't vote for politicians. It only encourages them. Well, look at it. Look how difficult it is today to find a politician with morals and ethics high enough that he will stay bought.
And of course, it would be wrong to go for a drink with Mark Twain without actually having a drink.
Cheers. I can't believe I'm getting to have a drink with Mark Twain. Hey, we still have to hit Carson City.
I believe we should.
Let's do it.
A quick trip to the state capitol reveals that Mark Twain has lost none of his acerbic tongue when it comes to the politicians of today.
Now, as we stand in front of the Nevada State Legislature, I'm just wondering what you think about the state of politics today.
Nothing has changed really, but maybe one thing. In my day, our legislators, they did their drinking, they did their gambling, they did their womanizing, yes, but they did it with the press. I know because I was the press.
And there's one final spot that's a fitting place to finish our tour. The crown jewel of Nevada, Lake Tahoe.
Well, this is pretty much right about where my day began. You loved Lake Tahoe, didn't you?
John, I still love this place. The air that angels breathe. The fairest picture the whole earth affords. 2 nights of camp life here at Lake Tahoe will restore an Egyptian mummy to its pristine vigor. I don't mean the oldest and driest of mummies, but the fresher ones.
But on one famous occasion, Mark Twain's passion for Lake Tahoe burned just a little too hot.
Now, the rumor was you almost burned the place down. What happened?
Well, if you need to know, our campfire galloped away and raced up the ridgeline. I get credit for the first prescribed burn here in the Tahoe Basin.
Fortunately, Tahoe survives as beautiful as ever. And so too do the words of Mark Twain, as vibrant now as they were 100 years ago.
Mark Twain, I am so glad that you spent those important years in the state of Nevada, and I will assure you, sir, you will never, ever be forgotten.
John, I'm holding you to that.
It's something I plan to keep. Thanks for everything.
Thank you, John.